All right, we are down to like the last 2 or 3 plants here. Uh, yeah, I am about a week past doing this. I got tied up. Oh my gosh, look at this. I got tied up doing other things, and I kept coming back in here to look at this and then harvest. And then I kept telling myself, man, I really need to get in here. And then life happened a little bit. A couple other things became a little more important than this, which that's the drawbacks of not having employees here on the farm. I can't just uh, get a hold of somebody and say, hey, I need you to go lower and lean the cucumbers for me, while I'm doing other projects. So unfortunately, this got a little out of hand. And so today it may look like, and I had you guys on time lapse, it may look like that I'm really just coming in here and just attacking these things, which for the most part I am. Aggressively pruning. We've talked about aggressively pruning before. Um, Sometimes you'll see me pull cucumbers off and throw them on the ground, and you're wondering to yourself, gosh, why is he going so much on this pruning? Well, literally, when you lower and lean this, which you've seen in some of these, oh no, look at this. This cucumber, here's the stem of this one, has grown intertwined into that one there, which you've got to be careful what you're pulling on, because you can, look, you can top this cucumber plant. You've got to kind of be careful. It works a little better when you have two people. I told my wife I would do this when she got off work today. But you know what? Stuff has to get done, and nothing gets done when you're avoiding the confrontation. So I'm going to go through here, and I'm going to prune all of this stuff. And this stuff does have, you can see all the cucumbers on here. Yes, we could leave them, but the deal is the suckers is what you want to. Those are all suckers, and all that is doing is depleting the good quality, cucumbers. We want to grow a majority of higher end cucumbers. Let's see here. Now that I've got this torn apart, see, it's not as big as you once thought it was. So what we're going to do is majority of this is going to lay down. Okay. You can see this. I've got cucumbers on here. I want to keep those cucumbers because they're not quite where I need them to be for this Nokia variety. They need to be just about 2-3 days larger than this. So I did look. It's about, I don't know, I think 9:30 in the morning here. And I did look at the thermometer when I walked in. You guys watched me on a little bit of time lapse, so you did not have to watch me 100%. But I've been in here for about an hour now, and I've only done half of the tunnel. I usually try to split the tunnel in half because it's more manageable for me that way. And you always want to try to make yourself a goal. And so when I split the tunnel in half, my goal is to finish the half, go get a big drink of water, sit down for about 5 minutes, and then I come back and finish the second half. You always want to make yourself goals. Anybody that says they don't have to have a goal, they just do willy-nilly, I guess I've never been able to do that. I'm the type of person that has to have goals set for myself, not because I'm lazy by no means, or I don't like getting stuff done. I like this. I like the feeling of succeeding and getting something done. You never want to base your price on the grocery store. I know some people may say, well, I can get it at the store. Well, those are not your customers. The customers you want are the customers that come up to you and tell you how great your produce looks, how happy and ecstatic they are to have a local producer in their area that cares about food. And then they will come back and buy from you because that's the right thing to do. They care where your food comes from. So those are the customers you want. But we'll take a little walk down here. You can see how clean now. See all the debris from just half the row here. Look how clean everything is. In. I know a lot of you guys are like, oh my gosh, look at all that mess. Look how he killed those things. No, I did not. Look at See, look at that. And then you come up, there's more fruit. More fruit there. 2 fruits there. Another fruit there. See, the fruit. Yeah. And so when you start, see how they're growing over the top, this is where I split this row. And how, well, I didn't even do half. I just did the hardest part by myself. But yeah, you can see how this stuff is just over. I mean, look at this. You got to get all that out of there, because if you do not get it out of there, you will get big cucumbers that you will lose in the debris. And I guarantee you, this lower and lean, this extensive pruning does not hurt the plant. Look at all those buds and all those fruit on there. This does not hurt the plant at all. So, I mean, look at the tomatoes here. They look great. Clusters and clusters of German Johnson and Cherokee Purple on here. We have pulled some of them that have started to blush. We put them downstairs. We have a little tent area downstairs with a mini AC in it that keeps the temperature cool to try to keep these tomatoes from ripening too fast. Because, like I said, our customer, we sell tomatoes 1 time a month to them, and it will be, I think, next week. So not this Friday, but the next Friday is when they're going to be buying 120 pounds of cherry tomatoes, 120 pounds of slicing tomatoes, 230 pounds of squash and zucchini, and I think 300 pounds of cucumbers, if I believe so. So yeah, that's a lot. And we have to make sure these things stay, good. So we want to slow down the ripening process, especially in tomatoes, because once they start to blush, it won't take 2 or 3 days. They'll be ripe. 2 or 3 days after that, they'll be bad. And we can't afford that. We need to keep, our fruit to sell. That's the whole purpose of doing this. So, if I was an at-home gardener, or a market gardener, or a farmer's market gardener where I was at sales every Saturday, then yeah, I would let them blush, and then I'd sell what I can and then make the order if I can. If not, I got farmer's market sales. So was it the correct thing to do this year about not doing farmer's markets? I don't know yet. Is it the correct thing to never make money? No. So, next year we'll probably look at a smaller market somewhere out of town, in a bigger city that we can sell a lot of this product, or maybe a wintertime market, since we do grow salad mixes year round. So maybe a wintertime market would be good for us. But I don't know, guys. That's a lot of questions we'll talk about later in these videos. All right, guys, it's the next day, and I am back, and I am in tunnel number 1 here, the determinant tomato tunnel, and we are, there you go, topping all the determinant tomato plants. So, yeah, I was going to show you the cucumbers in this tunnel, but I need to show you the hot mess here we call the determinant tomato house. You can see all of the blooms and everything's getting out of control. They are over 6 foot tall now, these determinant tomatoes. And what I am doing is, as you can see, I am going through and just topping all of the new growth off. And what that is doing is that is setting all of the God's goodness back into the plant, and it's going to make the fruit ripen up, and it's going to make the fruit a lot bigger. Fruit that is already set. Let me show you some of this fruit. Look at that. Look at that. We have pulled probably 40 pounds off of this week, and the majority of the tomatoes are 1 pound or bigger. There are some big girls in here. I ain't gonna lie. There are some big girls in here, and I'm just waiting for them to blush up. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that right there. That right there will put a smile on your face. So yeah, so I'm just coming through here, and you can see how they are just falling over right now. So I'm coming through here and I'm just topping these off here. That's what we want. But what I wanted to show you I just kind of wanted to show you the cucumbers in here. You can see the wall of Nokia right there. That is the lower and lean. We have looked at this already, but as you can see here, that lower and lean technique and that hardcore pruning is the key and the ticket in these high tunnels, if you can get away with it. Look at that. Nothing finer than that right there, I'll tell you that. Right. Anyway, guys, this is where I'm going to stop the video. I've got to finish this, and then I've got to get dinner on. So, I will see you guys later on in the week. Be safe, be kind to each other, and I will talk to you later. See ya.